finally able to kind of walk today. My leg yesterday started slowly fitting back in the prosthetic, so that's good news. I'm now able to like start walking. The bottom of my leg still feels a little bruised, so it still kind of hurts to walk in the prosthetic. And then today, this morning, I go on social media and I see that one of my other US competitors, Derek Loxodent, he jumped 8.13 meters, so now he's the second US Paralympian to jump over 8 meters, and he's the third guy ever to jump over 8 meters with a prosthetic. You know, that's incredible and that's great, but man, that was like, oh, it just feels like I'm getting tested and challenged, which isn't bad. This is like, I mean, granted, I'm like now like anxious feelings, you know, feelings of like a little bit of like doubt, fear, like, can I do this, man? Like, I haven't been able to long jump all month. Been stuck here in Italy, prosthetic delays, leg got injured, and no coach here, just working on my own. It's been very, very challenging to see two USA guys surpass me in jumps and then jump over 8 meters, and I'm just in like God's waiting room. But I know God, and I have had experiences with God where I have to rely on Him, and I have to, like, I'm in a place of need, and there's so many things going on in my life that are out of my control, except for my mind and, you know, my heart, and I can do the best I can, take care of my body, like eating good, drinking good, resting, stretching, stuff like that. But when I look at all these challenges, all the adversity that's been happening, I can't help but think that this is the perfect setup. This is the perfect opportunity to experience God move. I'm believing for it and I'm hoping for it. And I feel like, man, there's just too many doors that God opened for me, for Him to just leave me here and for me not to succeed. You know, I just don't, even though there's all these feelings, there's just that belief in my depths that this makes the story even better. The reality is, I've asked God and I said, man, I want everyone to rise up this year and be jumping like over 8 meters. I want this to be the greatest competition in Paralympic history in Paris, but I want to be victorious. And so I want to have to rise to greater heights, and that is exactly what I'm being challenged with, because it's just like there's more and more fuel that's now being burned on the fire. And it's, Trenton, what are you going to do? That's the question. What are you going to do? And in my mind, there's only one option, baby. Keep working my mind. Keep doing mental reps. Keep swimming, baby, because I'm a fighter. Sink or swim. And in my experience in life, I always chose to swim, never sink. Even though at times it got hard to swim, just never gave up. And I believe this is going to be just a greater testimony of when all the odds are stacked against you, it's a great setup for God to come and move in your life and use you to build testimony to help encourage other people, because so many people don't know what to do and who to turn to when it's you against the world, you against everything else, all this adversity. But I believe when you have all this adversity and you're walking in obedience, you're walking on the path towards your destiny, that's when God shows up, man. Look at Job. Look at Job. He had to get to a place where he was completely out of control, and he had to look to God and say, all right, man, like, you can't get any worse than this. Like, you're in control, man. What do you want? That's how I feel. And it's crazy that in my Bible reading this whole month, start with the book of Esther. So you were chosen for such a time as this. That was like the message for me. And then Job, let go of control and then just watch what God does. That's a cool feeling. That changes my mind, and that changes how I feel now. You know, considering that that's an option for me, that God might want to do that in my life. It's not just for me. Always testimonies are for more than just the person experiencing it. Like, that's why we have the Bible and all these stories, is because we can live off of those testimonies. If God did it for them, why can't He do it for us? And why wouldn't He want to? He does want to. And I'm at the point now where I'm like, man, there's all this stuff going on. It's out of my control. All these prosthetic delays, everything is like, it's out of my control. But I choose to believe that God wants to use me in such a time as this. So my fate is in God's hands. Let's see what happens.